LiftUp of Routt County is the primary agency serving members of this community who just need a little help. Its food bank, emergency financial assistance, and community donation-stocked thrift store have been a godsend for thousands upon thousands of Routt County residents over the years. And the need is growing. LiftUp needs to grow to match that need.
My name is Sue Fegelein. I'm the Executive Director of LiftUp of Routt County, and I have been in this role for 8.5 years. LiftUp is so important to Routt County because we're really the go-to basic needs nonprofit for the county. There's no other one organization doing what we do, and I don't know what people would do if we weren't here. We serve about 1 in 7 Routt County residents right now. We served over 4,000 people last year. Our current space is busting at the seams. I've been writing this in grants for years, and despite the fact that we expanded about 10 years ago, we've been at max capacity for a few years. And what I mean by that is we can fit about 7 shoppers at a time with their carts in our food pantry. And when you look at the number of people we're serving right now and average it out over the year, that's where we're at. We will, if we continue to grow at the rate we've been growing, we're not going to be able to fit the people in the food bank, and then we'll have lines out the door, which is not ideal in the winter. Similarly, the food storage that we have available in the food bank is limited. And so for programs like our Rocket Pack program, we're ordering the food week by week, and then we could be saving money and if we were able to order more at a time. Also, our walk-in cooler is very small and we need to expand that, but we don't physically have the space to do it. And that's just to fit the food that we need to stock our food pantry on a daily basis. When it comes to our support team, we don't have any more room to put any more staff. For example, we split our volunteer coordinator position off from our human resources position because both positions are needed, and we have over 500 active volunteers. And just to fit that person in the building, we had to just stick dividers in somebody else's office because there's no more space to do it. And we need that space. We need the team that we have in order to run the programs that we have. Finally, our donation center, for those folks who've come in and donated, they see it every week. The bins that we have are full to the ceiling. There's days where we can't fit anything else in the bins, so we fill up. We have some connexes outside for storage, like truck trailer storage spaces. So we fill those up, and then we just start putting things in the conference room or our offices because there's no more space. So if we had more room in the donation center to fit the people and the items being donated, then we could move those goods into the thrift store and then fund even a greater percentage of our programs as opposed to relying more on grants and donations to do that. Similarly, if we were able to expand the space in the thrift store, we would be able to provide even more affordable shopping for our local community, and that's our goal. We want people to be able to shop here. Everyone's welcome to shop in the thrift store, but if it's a financial matter and you need to shop in the thrift store, we want to provide everything we can that's being donated to us, and right now, sometimes we're simply not able to do that. So in every department, we need to grow. The need has been here for a while, and we're excited to finally be able to try and make that happen.
The expansion plan for LiftUp's future includes dramatically more floor space in all departments, including private rooms for clients to meet with staff and discuss their financial needs and how LiftUp can help. Today, staff shuffle offices to accommodate this need, indicative of the cramped nature of LiftUp's current space. Expanding the food bank, donation center, thrift store, and office spaces to meet the current need is critical. All told, LiftUp's proposed expansion will nearly double its existing floor space, from a little over 10,000 square feet today to nearly 20,000 square feet tomorrow.
It is so hard to make ends meet in Steamboat.
Food insecurity is just unbelievable here in the valley. I mean, there's this misconception because there's all the really nice homes and this, that, and the ski hill. That's fine and dandy, but we need people to help us run it. And that's the backbone of this community.
We've had people come in and say, you guys saved my life when I first moved to Steamboat. One guy said he lived under the bridge. He would come to LiftUp and do the grab and go. He comes almost every food drive buys a couple of bags of groceries and drops it off. I mean, it's full circle. It's so great to hear this. And we've heard it from a few people. The food bank definitely needs more space, and the office space is so minimal here. It really, people are on top of each other. They really are. And the thrift store, there are so many donations, they don't have room to put it all out.
Yeah, I think LiftUp is splitting at the seams on both sides. They had twice as much space. They could easily do twice as much. I mean, you have to choose, like she was saying, between gas for the car, pay your rent, go to the doctor, or get food. You know, and if you have one leg up, sometimes that's all it takes. You know, I mean, I think we've all been at that point sometime in our lives where we didn't have something. It's not like we wanted something fancy, we just wanted something to survive.
Yeah, it's time to grow.
It's magical to try to fill up the cooler, the walk-in cooler. We could easily overfill that.
Yeah, sometimes we can't put everything in there either, so.
You know, Routt County is, known as an area of plenty. You know, we have a lot of, there's a lot of wealth in this community. There's a lot of privilege in this community. But the reality is that it's a very expensive place to live, and that puts strain on the families that are here. It's a beautiful place to live, but you can't live on, the beautiful scenery and the sunshine. You know, LiftUp really is probably the single most important resource for families in this community who need a hand up. This allows LiftUp to better serve the community from a food perspective, from the food bank side of the equation, and again to kind of better utilize the donations that are coming in for the retail space as well. LiftUp serves 1 in 7 people in Routt County. That is a huge number and should paint a picture for what the need is out there. This will allow it to better meet the needs of those 1 in 7 people in this community. It's a critical time for them to get this done. Plans are already underway, and any donation that you have at this time will be well received.
With this much growing need, LiftUp's responsibility grows too. Partners, families, and even the government is relying on LiftUp to rise to the challenge. LiftUp is relying on our friends to help.
So LiftUp is the ultimate gap filler. And so we have so many different systems and processes and safety nets for people, individuals and families, but no matter how many safety nets you have, there's not enough to catch everyone. Coming from a world where I was in service provision and then entering into a space where we were like, holy smokes, we are faced with so many kids, so many mouths to feed, there's no housing, we don't have any money to put food on the table. We were both working and it wasn't enough. When we got to that point where we were like, we need help and we know how to access it because I've done this, my whole life. And so to be on the other side and have to come in and say, I'm not enough and I need help. The entire process was easy. It was kind, it was compassionate. And at no point did I feel like the people helping provide services were in any way superior or judgmental. It was, you're right, life is really hard. Here's some resources. What I see professionally is that people fall through the cracks all the time. And it's usually temporary, and it's usually because something has happened. And so governmental programs, they're fantastic, they're necessary, they're not enough. I get to see kind of both sides of it. So where are local and state and federal governments falling short, and is LiftUp providing those services, and kind of vice versa, so we can really meaningfully work toward non-duplication of services, maximizing benefits for everybody, but then the priority is making sure that people have the tools and resources they need to be successful and independent without any of them.
What you'll hear most people who work in human service nonprofits say, and I agree, is if I could work myself out of a job, that'd be great. If there was no more hunger or food insecurity or emergency needs with bills in Routt County, that would be fantastic. Unfortunately, I don't see that happening in the near future. The needs have been growing. What I foresee in the future is that we'll be here and we'll be the safety net for the people who need us, and that will come from the community. And it's what our neighbors need that we want to fulfill.
We need your help to make this a reality. LiftUp is here for all of us. When you help LiftUp, you help your community. Let's lift up our future. Lifting more, lifting stronger, lifting together.